Hey guys, we need a podcast.
Yeah, hey, welcome to Open Mic. I go by the name of Snub G's. I got my partner in crime, Mr. Coley, in the building. Today we do got a special guest, Mia Lauray.
Clap it up for Mia Lauray.
Oh, we can clap. Hey.
Mia, what's going on? How you doing?
I am going on. Let's just start right there. I'm going on. I got to give myself those props because for a long time, I was kind of like, being very humble.
Right.
But then Drake reminded us to be nice for who? Be nice for what? So I'm like, here.
we go.
Okay, and I want everybody to be at a state where we all are just owning up to what we got going on.
Exactly.
I feel like everybody's got it going on,
Right.
in my opinion. And so let's get into that.
Word.
Let's get into that. Let's get into embracing ourselves, the self-love that we need to have,
Word.
so that way we can, continue to motivate ourselves even when it seems like, we going down, we going through it, but then to motivate our friends, like, you got to keep your energy right. So
Facts.
that's what's going on with me, is that I'm going on, okay, and I'm trying to keep it going on because real life happens. Like, yeah.
I like that message.
Word. So, let's talk about it. I think the first time me and you met, just quick backstory, I think it was 2016.
Yeah.
I think you were doing the open mic at, what was the name of that venue?
That was, we were at multiple venues out here in the 757.
Right.
That was Mood Mondays.
Mood
okay?
Mondays.
My baby.
Word.
That was my baby.
Word. It was dope.
Yeah, I'm about to get emotional really quick. Only because that was something that a platform that I brought to the 757.
Right.
And I knew that it was going to take off like it did. So the fact that, everybody embraced it, and it was something that, was solid, that people could, depend on. Like, if they needed that outlet. Like, you know how open mics are supposed to be. You have that mic to do your thing, say what you want. If you mad, talk about it. Like,
Right.
so...
So you were, for that, the Mood Mondays, you were the actual catalyst for that. That was your idea?
Yeah, that was founder creator. Like, that was me. Like, I definitely was inspired by other open mics that I've been to. Like, I would see other hosts like, wow, I love that. Like, up in New Jersey, I would go to open mics like all the time. And then, but just as a list signer.
Right. I got you.
But also I was a host, so I was like, what's something that I can do that's nightlife, that's not party, that's not club, but we can still
more,
have a good time like a party club,
a little more
like
intimate.
Exactly. So Mood Mondays was intimate, but we was rocking.
No,
it
was
rocking.
dope. Definitely,
it was getting people in the mood on Mondays, and that's what my thing was, because Monday is the most hated day of the week.
That's right.
Right.
Internationally, like, no matter what country, like, people don't like Mondays because you got to get to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just believe in, like, let's get that good start on Monday, and then have a reason to celebrate on the weekend. Like,
so you gave the people something to look forward to on that Monday.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And people would be hitting me up early in the morning like, hey, we rocking? Where we at today? Like, can you put me on the list? I'm going to be late. Like,
Exactly.
and that's what made, me want to just jumpstart. Okay, boom. But I had to get jump started since Sunday, like the week before, because you put in events, you can't just do it on that Monday. Anyway, but
So you're from VA, born and raised?
Originally from New Jersey. I was born in Livingston, New Jersey, and I lived there for 2 years. And I moved to Virginia
Gotcha.
when I was 2 years old with me and my mama. You know what I'm saying? Doing our thing, independent women.
Gotcha.
And Virginia's home for me.
Word.
Virginia's home for me.
Two
like,
up, two down.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know any street names in Jersey. Like, my family's mad at me because I got Virginia tatted on me. But I go hard for VA. Like, because I feel like it's what made me. Like, it's what raised me. It's what raised me. NJ made me. VA.
You got your game from VA.
Absolutely. And it's a good game. It's solid because, like Drum said, Virginia is like a melting pot of the East Coast.
Right.
You got people that came from Florida and Georgia, and then people from New York, like, and Connecticut and Philly, and they all came here for whatever purposes, jobs, military, a lot often, like, and, it was a nice little, touch of fresh air to see different cultures here. Absolutely. And we all, like, respected each other, even though we are considered a southern state, and we do go through our little, racist things, but it's rare. It's rare out here, so it's not like, but it's cool. It's cool. I like Virginia. I love Virginia. Virginia's for lovers.
We love Virginia too.
Word.
Virginia's for lovers, but that's why I had to go. It's because Virginia's only for lovers, not for the hustlers.
Yeah, we might have to come back to why you left VA in a minute. Yeah.
So I think you did the Mood Mondays. I think you were doing was it Taco Tuesdays?
Yeah, I was doing tacos and karaoke in Baltimore.
In Maryland.
In Maryland.
Right.
Did that at Jano's restaurant. It was an Ethiopian restaurant,
Word.
and they didn't even have tacos. But hey, you gotta. I was like, so what is it gonna take for us to get these tacos here? Because we got this venue, and I got the people. So what's up? And at the time too, we can bring this up. We could bring this up because this was a very humbling experience for me working at the casino.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I caught it with him the next time working at the casino, and it was hard.
What was your position at the casino?
I was a cocktail server. Okay,
no shame in that.
Not at all. Handing out the black coffees with sugar because people was trying to get their rent back. You know what I'm saying? Or they were trying to get other people's money back. So you know what I'm saying? I had a pleasure and a joy helping people stay afloat.
The caffeine fix.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was an alcohol fix, whatever. Buy a shot for you, buy a shot for me. I'm playing. But yeah, I was working at the casino and, just trying to get the money right because I already knew that Cali was a place for me. I already knew I was destined to go to Cali. That's where I need to be. And so I said, let me try 6 months in the DMV, Baltimore, D.C. area, do some gigs out there, live on my own, not under my mom's wing, and let me get it rocking, and so went out there and did my thing, was working at the casino, kind of got caught up in, working for a corporation, and they got the hours, you can't be late, you can't be a second late, you feel me? So, and especially working at a casino, it's time is money.
Right, exactly.
Dead ass.
Super
can
facts.
I curse? Can we
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so, after being up there for a while, getting accustomed to everything, and seeing who was really what was what, in the area, my new area. Then I started getting the gigs going. Right. That was rocking solid. I did was doing a gig for a couple of months in Baltimore, and then started doing a gig out in DC, working with Kenny G from the DMV as well. He's really dope promoter.
Right.
He's always working, always consistent. So shout out to him. But yeah, so he hooked me up with that, and at the right spot, and yeah, I did that for a couple of months, and then I was feeling good. I was feeling really good.
And then I have to
boom, crash. I got into a car accident. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, I know. So that's why, real life. I had to talk about real life. That's why I was because it mattered. It really did put a dent in my movement. Did we stop moving?
No. Absolutely not.
No. You know what I'm saying? No, because it was at a point where you almost felt like you should stop moving. Oh my gosh, I lost friends coming out to this DMV area trying to learn, who I am myself, everything like that. Is this dream worth it? And is it big enough not only for me but the people around me? Can they handle it? And when I started seeing them flop, it was I guess not.
Right.
Because I got to keep going with this dream. I know it's much bigger than me because not a lot of people know that Mondays matter.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Not a lot of people wake up and be like, oh, it's time to get to work. Some people be like, oh, I do not feel like getting to work, but I know I got to take care of these kids.
Exactly.
So, that part is what made me keep going. And even working at the casino, when Mondays at the casino was my Friday. So Tuesday and Wednesdays I had off.
Right. Okay.
So Mondays I was in, I was hit super high.
Absolutely.
I'm off tomorrow.
Right.
I'm about to go to the other casino and get lit.
Right.
But anyway, back to it. Got into the car accident, and that was, I was gonna say, my rock bottom. And I, God forbid, I know I have a journey to go. But I trust this whole process. And I needed to hit. I needed to know what that in real life, the car went up, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was about to tip all the way over. So, the fact that I was safe, I was good, You
walked away from that unscathed?
Yeah,
right.
And it made me feel okay, I got a purpose, and it could have been a lot worse. But, luckily I came home, got my mind right, and I was I'm still going to Cali. I don't care.
I'm sorry. So let me ask. So you got in the car accident. How much time passed before the car accident, and then you decide, hey, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make that move to Cali?
Well, my plan was be in the DMV for 6 months. So that was from June until December, come home for the holidays, and then go to Cali in January, the beginning of January. But the car accident happened at the end of October. I came home at the end of, like, around Thanksgiving. Instead of coming home Christmas time, I came home Thanksgiving time because of the car accident, and it was just too hard to be out there with the rental and trying to make it all work and flex. Yeah. So then I just came home, and I regrouped for 2 months, and then at the end of January, right after my mom's birthday, on February 1st, I was in California. Word. Didn't care. I was like, I just got to go. Like, because also another thing that pushed me, I'm about to go all the way into it, that, kind of got me out of it, is I needed to be around creatives like myself. Yes. It's hard
talk about it.
It's hard to be, have that be your outlet, and you don't feel like it's being respected. You don't feel like your craft is being respected because, you're working with other people who this isn't their 24/7.
Exactly.
They still got 9 to 5s, and so therefore they're going to show up late. They're going to dilly dally. They're going to make excuses why it can't happen.
They don't respect it.
They don't respect it enough.
They don't understand it. Yeah.
And they don't understand. But they say, "Oh, I love music.
Right.
I want to be this. Right. I want to be a writer. I want to be a fitness thing. I want to be a this and that." And
talk about
I want to be a photographer. I want to be a this. I want to be recording, and I respect what you got going. I want to be a painter. I respect you. Right. So then I hire you, and then you don't clock in. Yeah. I don't understand it. So that's why I had to go, because I was like, where are the people that clock in? Where they at?
Where the
and all
I
can see on social media, LA. All these people that are working and they're people my age that are doing it, and they don't care. They are sleeping in their cars just to do it. You know what I'm saying? They are sleeping on their homegirls' couches, you know what I'm saying, just to do it. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to do it until it don't make no sense. Like, and even when it don't make no sense, you keep on doing it. Because then that's when it don't make no sense, is when it's about to pop off. Like, exactly. I'm telling you, like, that's when it's about to pop off. So, like, right now, it's, like, not even making sense right now. Like, oh, my gosh, how in the world am I over here?
Coley, like, how long have we been talking about? How long we been saying this?
At least the past 6 months.
No, it's crazy because I literally think we feel the same way, because it's almost like a steel sharpens steel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're creative and you're around other creatives, you get more creative.
Right.
100%.
And not even like they inspire you. Like, exactly. Other people, even, no matter if their craft is yours or not, like, because there's 1,001 hosts in LA. You got to feel that. But when I see all them working, I'm like, what's up, sis? Exactly. Shout out to the Ricky and Nikki show. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they stay working. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't no, like, over here, you see other hosts, and you can't even work with them because they see it as, like, competition.
Right.
In LA, listen, there's too many of us to compete. We might as well link forces. Like, it makes sense for us to do this so that way we can be on. Like Issa Rae says, you network across and then you go up. Like, how you going to get to the elevator unless you walk across the floor to get up to the... You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't just hop into the elevator. Like,
So I've been watching your transition from, because I don't know, you didn't mention the radio personality. That was kind of where you started, right?
99.1?
Okay. So really it started back in high school, the whole hosting thing. Like, I've been hosting, like, since high school. They pulled me out of my class to host the fashion show that I wasn't even a part of, the fashion club, but they were just like, Mia, I think, got a knack for speaking.
You got that personality.
Like, and I still didn't even see it as a career, y'all feel me? Like, I was pursuing theater still, like, oh, I could be some actress. Right. But then, once I got in college, and I seen in my first school, I went to Coppin State in Baltimore. That's why I was familiar with the DMV area. That's why that was my choice to go to. But I went to Coppin State in the DMV area, and for about 2 years, and I was introduced to Pork Chop. Shout out to Pork Chop. I don't remember what station he worked at, but 92Q, I believe, whatever, 92Q. In Baltimore, and he came and rocked that stage at the freshman orientation, and I was like, oh, I could do that, and I did it before in high school. I could do that, and he was killing them, big dude, but so much energy, right. Like, had the whole crowd like that, and I was like, yeah, I could do that, but I still never, like, vocalized. I'm still, like, pursuing theater at Coppin, and then I was just like, you know what? it's time for me to make a move. This
right.
I'd rather pursue something where I can be myself and still be like, you know, in like the limelight, you know, because
exactly.
acting is like, you know, limelight, entertaining. So I still wanted to entertain. I still wanted to be on a stage, but I didn't want to have to portray another character. I wanted to be able to be myself, right?
Absolutely.
And as a host, you can for sure be yourself. And so I was like, mass communications. Let me go to Norfolk State. Boom, they got a radio station. Boom. So I was interested in the radio station.
Bless you. You went to Norfolk State, right?
Nice word. Okay. Behold. All right. I mean, but I can't finish the statement because I dropped out, so I could just only hit the behold part. Because, you know, real life happened. Like, my uncle passed away, and I just started, like, kind of getting into my feelings about, like, what is the point of school? What is the point of all this? And by that time, I had already built a studio in my mom's house, like, literally just like this with a green screen and all that, trying to make my YouTube thing pop off. And I just was like, I'd rather just work for myself. So I started just building money to pay off for the studio equipment, and I didn't really have time for school anymore. Like, it just didn't make sense. And then I started getting booked for different gigs. So why really am I doing this anymore? Because I know this is me. I know the only way to really get there is to pursue and thrive for me, like, you know, work for me. So I was just getting the money up, working like odd jobs. I was a bartender. I was a host at Bravo's in Town Center, Virginia Beach. Love that job, doing deliveries to all the business folk. I was a coach at the Salem Step Team, so I still was giving back to my community, and that job didn't even pay. That was volunteer, because I don't care what you're doing. You still need to make time to give back. So that was my give back. And then I was working at a shoe store owned by Coco from SWV at Lynn Haven Mall.
Dope.
And selling shoes and stuff like that. So 3 jobs, you know, that was paying me. 1 job just to give back for the kids or whatever, and I was making money to get the studio equipment so I could do my YouTube thing. Never really found time to do my YouTube thing for real, but I would fit it in every now and then, so my YouTube was like really inconsistent. But if you go back, you'll be able to see the 2015 me and Lauray YouTube videos. But no. Anyway,
so you did say something that I kind of want to touch on.
Right.
You were at Norfolk State. You said you dropped out because, you know, is it really worth it?
It won't to me.
Right. So
for me.
So that brings us kind of into the whole social media thing. So for creators, you know, coming up, we were kind of bred to think a college degree is it. You need this piece of paper to succeed in life. With the abundance of social media and Instagram and YouTube and things like that, is the college degree a thing of the past now? For creators,
it's not a thing of the past, because
does it not hold as much weight as it used to?
If you aspire to be a doctor, lawyer, teacher, yes, you need school. Mm-hmm. I don't want a dummy teaching my kid. I don't want a dummy working on me and cutting my skin open, and I don't want a dummy representing me in court. Facts. So I had to give it to you right there, because people are getting it twisted, like, oh, I could just go and be some, you know, motivational speaker. How you gonna motivate if you don't even have the, like, you know, certifications behind? What you gonna motivate on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is your, like, credential? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had those aspirations to, like, you know, to motivate people. But I was like, what is even my thing? Like, you know, I had to stop that, because you can't just be saying anything. Like, what, you know, like, because people do be saying anything. Like, you know, Instagram allows you to say anything in your bio. You can really just be and say anything. So you got to find your thing and then get it going. Find your thing, do your thing. Like Q5 says. Q5 TV, shout out to him. That's VA too. But
yeah, I think Q5. I think we actually met him at the Mood Mondays the night we met you. The first
word.
one.
Yeah, dope host. I think he still got Cypher Tuesdays going on.
He sings, right?
He does it all. You know, I think poetry here and there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Q5, he's dope.
There's a lot of very creative people in Virginia. I just believe that if we don't learn to work together, if we don't learn to support each other, then like how these other states are, like in you know, Atlanta, anybody that's up and running at Florida, like, you know what I'm saying, like New York, like, you know, they grab on and they push up, like especially if they see it's real talent. Now, you don't push up bull, don't push up no bull, but for sure push up what is real. And a lot of people, like, for instance, and I hate to even call it out right now, but like before I came home, a lot of people was up in my comments and my DMs like, yo, Mia, can't wait to work with you. Oh my gosh, you doing it. And Mia, when you get back, this and that. Boop, 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 boopity, scoopity, boop. Boop, 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 scoopity, boop. Shout out to West, okay? Because it's annoying when that's all you hear, and then you get here.
And then crickets.
Crickets,
Right.
dead ass.
Crickets.
Like, crickets.
Right.
And you call them out like, hey, yo.
What's up?
We gonna do this? Hey, you trying to do this? Okay, I'm free on this day. Next week, what's up?
So people hit you up and then you're begging them to work. I don't understand the logic behind that, right?
And that's why I left in the first place, is because they don't really want to clock in. But, like,
That's crazy.
there are a select few, though. You can't, I'm not going to knock, it's
Everybody,
just,
right.
Right. But one rotten apple does spoil the whole bunch.
Right.
Okay?
It can,
okay?
absolutely.
Especially when you really trying to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just like, dang, forget it.
So
Let me go to another tree.
So how long you been in LA?
For 5 months. 5 months.
So talk about.
Can I show you my license, my LA license? I'm so proud about it.
You got it already?
Yeah, I got it.
In your 5 months in LA, talk about the culture. Like what's new, what surprised you? You know, so what are some cons that you don't like? I mean, talk about the culture in LA compared
It's
to.
for sure La La Land.
Why do you say that?
Because we're on Virginia. Okay, all I can compare it to is Virginia.
I've never been to LA, so I'm super
I mean,
curious.
but I also lived in Baltimore, College Park, Maryland, whatever, for a bit of time, so I can kind of relate it to that too. But like over here, it's like you could just put it on your Instagram and it means something, but it don't really mean.
Doesn't
something.
hold weight.
Yeah.
Right.
But you put it on your Instagram and you got a little bit of content in LA, that's your resume.
Right.
That's your resume. Like, you meet people, like, for real, I was at Diddy's party, and I feel weird saying that one, because it's like, who wants to name drop like that? But, like, and such a big one. But it was the Coachella joint, not during Coachella weekend, and seeing a whole bunch of Instagram influencers, and I didn't even know, because I'm not a scroller for real. Like, I just post and go most times, like, so if anybody, like, if I follow you and you don't see me, like, liking a whole bunch of stuff, that's because I'm not spending my time doing this. I'm spending my time doing, like, this and connecting and real life stuff. But, hey, everybody has their vices. Like, at late night, I'm scrolling, but probably through my crush's page. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna keep it honest. Like, I just want to see. Anyway,
See what's going on.
Right. What you doing? Right. If I want to propose to you later on, are you acting right now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, where was
La La Land? Why is it
La
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 La Land?
Yeah, so boom, at the Coachella party, seeing a lot of Instagram influencers that, are doing the tummy teas and all that kind of stuff. And getting flowing out. Yeah, and it's lit though. I don't even recognize them. I'm just genuinely, hey, what's going on? Oh my gosh, I love your business. Where'd you get it from? Oh, I got it from da-da-da. They sent it to me.
Fashion Nova.
Right, and Pretty Little Thing. And yes, Boo Boo Man. Oh, nice, cool. Like, and not all of them act like that, but there's a few, like, and they're really nice though. I'm not going to even front like they're like bougie, but they don't know who I am. I don't know who they are. So then they hit all right, well, let's connect. Like, what's your Insta? Yeah, boom. Yeah. So you trading Instas, and then I'm just looking like, never mind. Give me your phone back.
Right.
Like, cause I'm nowhere near what you got going on. Like, they like 100K, like, you know what I'm saying? But their work also reflects that. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's not a whole bunch of bull jiving they doing. Like, they really are working. They really are out there. If they got actor in their bio, you see reels. If they got artists, you see mad art. If they got motivational speaker, every single thing is a video of them motivational speaking. Right. You get what I'm saying? They actually doing it, and that gives them the credentials. Forget your degree. That gives you the credentials if you're actually doing it. You got to do it. You got to do it. And so the people that say they're trying to do it, but it's in their bio, guess what? You only get paid for the stuff that you do, not the stuff that you try to do. Because if you say that I tried to clock in, guess what? We can only pay you for the time that you did clock on. Like, we can't try, don't matter. Like, like, it's about when you actually did do it. So take that try out of your vocabulary. I tell all my friends that, like, and I'll tell everybody that, like, it's the best way to get you moving forward. It's the first step to moving forward is taking try out of your vocabulary. Mm-hmm. I think that's very important. If we don't remember anything else, remember that.
So I got to go back to, because I'm fascinated.
It's a good time.
Absolutely.
I'm fascinated by the LA thing, right?
Talk about it.
Because Snub's been out there and he's told me a couple of stories.
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, when out there, we linked up with some people out there too. So
And the part that I can't, because I don't live that lifestyle at all, right? The part that I struggle with is, so you mentioned you meet somebody, they got like 200K, 250, whatever. They say they're this creative person.
And you really see them working with different people.
And they really are. But those type of people, that's like their resume. So like Instagram is their new 2018 resume.
Yeah.
They might not have any degree, college, like we talked about earlier.
You don't even know. And you don't even ask. And you don't even care.
Doesn't matter.
You don't even care.
Instagram really holds that much weight. Like,
Next thing you know, I'm hitting them up like, hey, I seen that you did da-da-da last week. I'm looking to do something similar. Can we, collaborate? What's the date? Here's the price.
And they could probably link you with the people you would need for if you need XYZ.
Right.
They can
Exactly.
send you over
Just like that. Like, and then even so, like, the harder you work, the smaller the circles get. Okay. So at first it seemed like LA got a lot of people. But like I said earlier, those lot of people, most of them are homeless. So, like, you got to, once you get past that circle, now it's the people that are working. Okay, now these are the 9-to-5ers. Get past that. Okay, these are people still living with their mom, so they still got it easy. Get past that. Now the circle's even smaller of people who are really working, and you see them at every single gig. Every time you working and you out on set, they on set too. You in the little joint doing it, they in the joint too. Like, you like, oh my gosh, didn't I see you at the last set? And then you finally get their real name. Then you finally trade their instant. You're like, oh, you working. That's why. Right. That's why I see you at all the sets. Because you working like I'm working. Like, so the harder you're working, the smaller the circle gets. And you working around the same people pretty much like week after week. And y'all don't even know each other. But then eventually months later you end up.
So how do you feel just being, so like you said, you've been out there 5 months. Right. As far as you seeing these people with these 150,000 how do you feel your reception is when you ask to link with people? I mean, do you get the bougie like?
No, because they see the work ethic on my end as well. So I don't think they're necessarily looking at my follower count and being like, oh, she ain't ish. They know that I've only been out there 5 months, and that's what you doing in 5 months.
Right.
Oh, all right. I'm a still tryer. You know what I'm saying? So I think that part is what's keeping us, going, or that part is what's keeping people reaching out and wanting to work with me, is because they see like, okay, she's not out here in 5 months and she's trying to find her way. She still don't know her way, but is making it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I really didn't know my way still, but I was like, okay, I gotta get content. I gotta be creative. I gotta put out.
Right. Content is king.
Content is king.
Absolutely.
Say that all
every
the time.
day. Content is motherfucking king. Like even if you don't know what to fucking put, just
Something.
You gotta get some content out there.
Even if you post and delete something.
Right.
Something. I was telling my a couple of my peoples that, like, just do it.
Right.
Who cares? Because guess what? The other people that are watching you do it aren't doing anything.
Right.
They are watching you do it.
Facts.
So just do it. And it hurts my heart to say it like that because it's so easy. And they make it so hard.
It's so easy, but people still won't do it.
One of my homegirls she made it like
scared.
One of my home, yeah. My homegirl said she started crying one time. You know what I'm saying? She started crying. I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, it's so easy, man. It's so easy. I said, yeah, girl.
Is she in the same hustle as you?
Now she's getting into the hustle. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Like, she's getting right into that hustle, and I'm so proud of her because. It takes vulnerability to put yourself out there when you do just do it. As artists, we do take offense to the comments. We do take offense to people not liking our stuff. We do take offense to people not sharing our stuff because we are very sensitive. I'm very sensitive. But don't get it twisted. I'm business first, so that's why I keep it like, but at the same time, I got to be litty daddy on the social media because that's how I get booked. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't be that forward. So a manager that could, stand in front of me and put that firm foot forward would be awesome. But I haven't found that person yet to represent me. And until then, I got to represent myself. I got to get myself booked and I got to get myself paid off of what I love to do. And everybody can get paid off of what they love to do. You just have to do it.
So
hold on one second. We're about to run out of time, right?
Where we at, Blood?
29. Okay.
29. Just real quick, just real quick, Mia. Just can you run me into a day in the life of Mia when you wake up in LA? So you wake up, like, what's on your mind when you wake up out of bed?
Honestly, a day in the life waking up for me and Lauray is first waking up and getting a hot cup of water with 1 scoop of coconut oil in it.
Oh, she living that LA life already.
I mean, like, you got to be right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Flush out last night.
Right.
Let's get it going, okay?
Let's get it going.
So the hot water with a scoop of coconut oil, you know, drink that down as I'm looking at the emails trying to see if I got booked for the gig. You know what I'm saying? Like, did I get booked to be on set today? All right, what time? If I didn't, let me go walk these dogs. Let me go deliver this food. Postmate it up. You know what I'm saying? And that is real, because then after that, once you get that in, boom, go back to the computer. Book yourself again. Like, you know what I'm saying? But let's say we do get booked. We on set. We beating the face up all day long. We getting the flicks for the gram. And then we working and work, you know, doing background work on set for these commercials, movies, whatever, even like little talk shows and stuff. And then just being able to see, like, when I'm in that spot, they're going to be doing my makeup. I don't have to come with my makeup done. Right. So that's what I like about doing the background work of these different sets, on these different sets and working on it, because I'm just imagining myself being the talent rather than the background. And so if y'all watching season 5, I think, of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, then, you know, look for me in the background somewhere. I'm on a couple of episodes.
Talk that
wilding
shit.
out. Hey, and I was wilding out because I was like, hey, if I'm back here, they gonna see me. Okay.
That's
so,
super dope.
And you know, like, the people on set recognize it too, but not enough to put me, you know, because I'm there to be background, you know what I'm saying? So
next year.
Yeah, and I did also a YouTube Red show. That was pretty dope. Met some really cool people. Like I said, every time you're on set, you're seeing, like, some of the same people. So it was really cool to be doing that and having that experience.
And just being in the back, you're learning too.
Absolutely. Like, you know, because that is more, I think, than a degree in this field is the experience. Yep.
Exactly.
They make you get the degree, then they make you do the internship. So it's just like, you might as well do an internship that you know for sure you're getting paid for.
Right.
Like, and they not checking to see if you, to be honest, in LA, they don't really care what you know how to do, as long as you got to look. As long as you got the look that you know how to do it, they gonna teach you. Right. They gonna teach you. You know what I'm saying? And then the faster you catch on, the faster you'll blow. Right. But as long as you got that look, you keep yourself polished. That's what LA is all about. So that's why I say La La Land, because everybody is somebody and everybody is nobody until boom, they somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's weird. Like, it's really weird. Like, another one of the slogans is like, hurry up and wait.
Right.
Hurry up and wait, because you hurrying up. You're trying to rush through traffic. You're trying to rush to do da-da-da. And then you get there on set and they're like, all right, everybody sit right here for 2 hours. Like, you know, like, but it's cool because it's just like, hey, I'm getting paid for these 2 hours. Like, hey.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah, right.
I got one last question. Do you think that the level of success that you've had, just real quick, would have been possible if you had stayed in VA and not went to LA? In any way, shape, or form? Do you think it would have been possible to have any success?
I don't think it even would have been the same if I would have even stayed, like, if I wouldn't even went to DC. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I wouldn't even made that move, too, because even though I wasn't necessarily working and putting out as much content when I was living in DC and stuff, it built character. DC, the DMV, Baltimore built character for me. Like, what's up, shawty? Baltimore? I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but yeah, hit my two-step if I could.
Brain cells pumping short.
Yeah, short.
So you've taken something from every place you've lived.
Every place that I've lived, I've definitely taken something from, because Baltimore built that character for me, to let me know that it is okay to mark my price, raise my price, like, you know, stand my value, stand my core. No, I won't do this. Like, you know, working at the casino where the uniform was like booty shorts and your boobs out. And just a quick story really quick, ran into somebody that I went to high school with. So the last time she saw me was working on a radio station. And I was giving her a shout out on the radio station because she had tweeted something to me during my show. Yeah. And I remember that because I was like, you know, I ain't seen her in a minute. I ain't hear from her in a minute. So when she tweeted me, I gave her a shout out. Boom, instantly. Then I see her next time and I'm walking, you know, by the tables. Cocktails, beverages, water, Pepsi, soda.
Oh, man.
Oh, hey, girl. Like, I'm excited. And her face just looked like,
not me.
Mia?
No.
That look.
That damn, homie.
That look.
What happened to you?
Yeah. And here I am with water, Pepsi, sodas on my tray and trying, like, to not cry, but, like, tears were just busting through, like, and then I just looked down at myself and I had on these booty shorts and I had this top on with, like, you know, not too much cleavage, but just, like, yeah. And so I just was like, what can I get you? And she was like, well, I'll just get a water. How you doing? Da-da-da-da-da. I was just like, I'm good.
That's
Turned
a
around,
humbling moment.
bust out crying, and all the girls were like, what's going on? What's going on? And I was like, y'all, I'm somebody. I'm not this. I'm not this. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, because you get caught up in work. Like, I was caught up in getting the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I said, the bag don't feel right unless I'm doing what I feel, what makes me feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? The bag don't feel good unless I'm doing what makes me feel good. And so I'm just like, even though this bag is great, this bag is paying the bills, you know what I'm saying? Like, in advance. You know what I'm saying? I was paying my bills 3 months in advance. It was nice.
Right.
But forget that. Man, I'd rather be broke on a bike than in the basement sucking on some pipe. Like, I don't know. Sorry, that was a bar from my little freestyle I did. I did a random freestyle. Like, in LA, I just decided to put it all out there. So I started dancing. I started recording tracks. I started putting out the skits for acting. I was like, I'm not going to hold back. You know, even though I went out there. So the transition to go to LA. I went out there just to host. I was like, I'm not going to do nothing else but host. I'm not going to do no castings and no auditions. I don't care about being on the movies and stuff like that. Who cares? I don't want to be no background actor. I don't want people to know me for that. But real life means pay the bills, and so what's paying the bills is everything. So I was like, boom, I'm gonna do it all. So I started, doing. I was like, if I do a track and it blows, because that's how a lot of things is blowing. Anybody can do music nowadays. Let me try music.
Content's
I got
king.
a few tracks, in the cut. I might release later on this summer. All right, y'all, let me know if y'all.
Mia, hey, we definitely appreciate you coming through, rocking with us.
100%.
Just tell the people real quick where they can reach you at, man.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah,
we're not going to Scorpion? I'm sorry, I know we are.
We're kind of short on time, to be honest.
All right. We keep going?
We keep
it going.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's go then.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Because that was all about me. I thought we were going to get into, like, the trending topics.
I had a feeling we'd go over 30 minutes. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good. That's good. It's good content. So,
hard cut.
On our We Need a Podcast page, we do album reviews. So I rated Drake's album a 3 out of 6. I was actually on Mia's page, and I seen in her story where she was rocking. She was doing something on her story. She was rocking out to the Drake, and she was giving him mad props. And I hit her in the DM, and I was like, "Yo, that shit was trash, B. That shit was trash." And she was like,
"It wasn't trash."
She was like, "Are you crazy?" I was like, "Yeah, come up to the podcast. We're gonna talk about it." So, Mia, what's up? How you feel about that Scorpion?
Wait, you didn't even finish telling the story when on the way here, he was requesting songs from the back seat. Elevate. So
I'm driving and stuff. Yo, Coley, put that elevator on, bro. I said, all right, man.
I'm saying, so
that's the hottest joint on the record.
So this is how I feel. So Drake has 25 songs. He has 25 songs on this joint.
But he knows the name.
About 12 of them are hot. So Drake, you can only compare Drake to himself. That's it. You can only compare him because he's such an upper echelon artist. Superstar. Drake on his worst day is better than 99.9% of these artists.
Tory Lanez.
That's a separate conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
So when Drake releases music, when I heard this Scorpion album, I said, you know what? I've heard a lot better from Drake.
Facts.
Nothing Was the Same. Take Care.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot better from Drake.
We've heard a lot better from the Carters. Give me more. I mean, come on. I'm just saying.
Listen, we're not even going to get into Jake.
We talking music. We just talking music.
Jake could be a whole hour conversation.
Hey, we talking music is art. So it's able to be criticized.
So I'll say this. Jay is 50 years old, and his pen is sharper than it's ever been.
You're right. You're right.
At 50.
But why was it so trash then? Because if Drake
was it trash?
Talking about the Carters?
Was it trash?
Their project together was trash, y'all.
Was it?
Come on, y'all.
Okay, let's talk
Should
about Scorpion.
we talk about that instead?
No, let's talk about Scorpion.
I mean, we can talk about everything.
So what's Scorpion? Out of 5, let's get a Mia rating on Scorpion.
Out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 3, which passes.
So we gave it a 3.6.
Oh, so I like.
I mean,
like
y'all doing points? I mean, I'll do it.
So I like
3.8.
So apparently, I like the shit better than me.
No, I mean, no, because we're comparing Drake to Drake.
Drake, exactly.
So it's like we know there was better, but it was 25 songs. 25. He's never done 25. Like
you had to do 25.
And you only listen to how many?
I listen to all 25, and so is the rest of America because it's been on the top charts since it came out.
I haven't heard side B yet.
I just checked it before we walked in here to make sure that my words are correct. Yeah, and it still reigns up to 23. His whole album is top 23.
Wow.
All chart, all of them. Wow. Now, just last week, it was all 25 songs, 1 through 25 on iTunes top charts. But crazy. Now it's 1 through 23, and I think that Lucid Dreams, and then it goes back to Drake.
Juice WRLD. So I mean, like I said, Drake is such an upper echelon artist that even his trash is better than 90% of the climate of music out right now.
Come on.
So of course,
and the only other person with that many tracks on the top charts right now is Post Malone. Now, who else released albums other than Post Malone? You feel me?
But
Post Malone got 4 songs.
So what I'm saying,
Carter's got 2.
But this is what
Cardi
I'm saying.
got 2.
This is what I'm saying. Since Drake,
Ye got none.
Drake's songs are gonna chart just
I'm so
because
glad that Kanye's going down the drain. I'm so glad about that. Sorry, I just had to throw that. Sorry to keep on.
No, you're fine.
But go ahead, yeah.
Drake's songs are gonna chart just for the simple fact that
it's Drake.
He's Drake.
So what he said
Worldwide
earlier too was
superstar.
that anything that Drake says pops. That's false though. We can't say that.
Drake gets away with a lot of let's be clear. Drake gets away with a lot of mediocre shit
because he's transparent.
Well, I think
Very
just because it's pop. It's more pop rap,
mediocre.
pop music, and it has a much more
that nonstop track 2 on Scorpion is garbage.
right.
It's fucking
what?
garbage. It's trash. But Drake did it, so it's
a rolling not a stop. Watch, shit don't never stop.
And
What I say?
catchy.
I was in a car accident. Shit don't never
That's
stop.
catchy,
Lost friends.
mainstream.
Shit don't never stop. Have people like boyfriends over here like hate my own boyfriend hating on me. My ex-boyfriend. Shout out to him too and his mama. Shit don't never stop. Well, you feel me? Like it goes just like that. It don't ever stop. Like everything that Drake says is relatable. He is very transparent. He don't ever try to. Like you said, he won't try to hide his kid.
so I would say about Drake, I gave, as far as the content wise, I gave content 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Because anytime Drake drops, you already know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get great content. You're gonna get real content. You're not gonna get anything fabricated or no fugazi bullshit.
Right.
That's what Drake is always good for.
Speaking facts, OVO.
Facts. 5 for 5. He got 5 for 5.
Yeah.
That poppy flow, that bouncy, that I'm upset, like shit like that is just I'm sick of shit like that.
You love it.
I hate it.
I know we hate to love it, but you gotta love it.
I just expect I expect more from Drake. I expect Take Care Drake. I expect Nothing Was the Same.
He gave us
Drake.
that. He
It just
gave us
wasn't
that. It was
creative.
the last album of the deal. He sealed the deal.
Perfect.
He sealed the deal.
Cool. So we'll chalk that up to that.
And that's what I felt like you know what I'm saying? Now imagine the next one that ain't on the deal. Wow.
See, I don't know. I mean,
We don't know.
I think Drake's taking the easy way out right now, and he has the formula that works.
Yep.
And the people are gonna eat it up regardless. I think he's just gonna stick with the simple formula that we've been getting for the last 6 years.
If it continues to work, if the people continue to allow it, like they don't.
Right. And that's the thing. People will allow, long as they allow it. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Give me another artist that can go in any genre of music and kill it. Kill it. Like how Beyonce does, like how Chris Brown does, like how Michael Jackson did, like how Drake does.
You're absolutely right.
They go into any genre of music. The Spanish music, country music. Let's go into like the little punk rock, like freaking Chris Brown done hit some of those like weirdo beats, like you know what I'm saying, techno, whatever. Like they go into it and the African beats, and Jamaican beats, they hit it, and that to me is a 5 out of 5 star artist. Like like entertainer, like you got to put them in that category, and you have to respect the craft, because not only that, but then they even carry themselves. Like, Chris Brown had his little
incidents.
Michael Jackson has them. But they're artists. They're sensitive. Okay, they have their little incidents, and people will try to pick. Rihanna was jealous of Chris. Okay, let's get it all the way right. Michael Jackson was jealous of Black Michael Jackson. Okay, white Michael Jackson was jealous of Black Michael Jackson. So, like, because of those things, when you have people, we have enemies. Then of course you're gonna have like little things go on. But at the same time, if you can conduct yourself still in a manner that says I'm for the people first, and still push out music and still do your thing, salute Chris Brown, salute Beyonce going through all that in public. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most people crack, most people stop. Shit don't never stop. Come on.
I think as hip hop heads though, we were just disappointed and we feel let down because from well, go ahead.
Drake's pen.
We got J. Cole. J. Cole gave us what we needed. Drake gave us what we wanted.
Nah,
stop it.
I'm gonna talk. So let's talk about it. Drake probably. Don't shoot me, but Drake probably has the best pen in the game right now. The best pen.
Thank you.
When it comes down to those bars.
Now we can end this.
Right.
I can get out of here now.
But
Whew.
when he's not using his pen to its full capacity, that's when I get disappointed.
It was the last junk of the deal.
Nah, that's not
Do
my
we
fault.
think that's why the album was
That's
just
not my fault.
a bunch of pop rap filler music?
But
Background
why
music?
do I have to suffer though?
Right.
We've suffered with there's a whole bunch of artists that we suffered with that didn't put out their best work.
At
Like,
that
you know what I'm
level
saying?
though,
Like,
at Drake's
You gotta
level,
hold him
I
accountable.
expect him to be
I hold him accountable.
fucking great.
listen, he
every
had
time.
a responsibility. He had a lot of explaining to do first off, light skin, but I'm still a dark nigga. Okay, what was that based off of the blackface? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we was trying to connect all the dots. The son thing, the baby mama that's a porn star, your mom and your dad wearing the Steve Harvey suits. You had to explain that.
He had a lot of explaining.
You had to explain. So he couldn't worry about the bars. He had to give us what we wanted. Okay, he had to give us what we wanted. We took that. He had a great team, you know, supporting him, still giving him them crazy fire beat support visuals, all that. And so we got what we wanted out of him. Like, thank you for explaining yourself. Because we needed that. If we didn't get that, he would have lost the war.
Here's the thing, though.
He might have lost the battle, but he did not. He might have, you know, lost that little battle with Pusha T. Right. But he won this. He won the war.
So here's the thing. She's saying he gave us what we wanted. Drake has so many fans and so many different demographics. Yeah. He can't fulfill everybody's desires. You know what I mean?
But yeah, you're right.
He can only hit the masses.
The one thing I will agree with her. I will say, it was a lot of things surrounding Drake coming with this album, and we were all curious to see what he had to say about all of these things that just arrived.
On the intro, I've never heard Drake do an intro, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. Here, guys, like, you know, and I was just like, that's cool, I'll take that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'll take that, like, you know, it makes sense, like, you know. And
he did address those topics that we wanted to hear
right
about.
Away.
Now, did he do it the way I snub wanted to hear it? Maybe not, because I like Drake's surgical pen.
It's about the numbers. He knew. He said, what's really going to kill Pusha is if I knock him off the charts, which he did.
Right. And if I knock the previous artists off the charts and everybody.
Because what really matters is those numbers, guys. Like, you know, people are saying that Cardi B is the best female rapper because of her numbers. Mm-hmm. Get out. I can't wait till Nicki drops something. And right now, Nicki, we are all rooting for you, Nicki, please. Word. Because I cannot let that dumb thumb reign supreme in the female rap game right now. That's a mess. That's a hot mess.
Oh,
yeah, no. Oh, nerd. Don't. Look at his face. Why you look like that? And I was tight at Drake when he hit that. It's your birthday. Like, what? Why are you doing that? No. Because she's a dumb thumb.
I like Cardi's album, though. Cardi's album was hard. I mean, Nicki. I mean, let's call it what it is. Nicki's hard. I love Nicki.
But for people to be saying that Cardi B was the best female rapper at the time, like
right now she is.
No. There's not many female rappers right now.
Because Nicki's not putting out dope records. She's not putting out dope records.
I'll take Iggy over Cardi. I'll take Iggy over Cardi.
I like to hold my artists accountable. So if you
I'll take Iggy Azalea over Cardi B. If we gonna bring anybody into the culture, I'd rather take Iggy. Cause she can't speak, and I don't like that.
But it's not about...
a lot of us disowned Fantasia when she couldn't read books, and so now Cardi can't even say a full sentence without lots of grammatical errors, and so.
But it's cool.
Can I talk right?
Yeah, it's about the art though.
It's not.
Her art is
because what it's about is your influence, huh? Art influences. So if the kids don't just see art, they see that is them. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why Beyonce's and the Drake, that's why they reign supreme, is because they conduct themselves in a way that says, like, you know what? I know I have a responsibility that is more than just music, which is that people are watching the way I walk, talk, speak, act. When I was a step team coach, those little girls was getting their hands just like me. Mm-hmm. Square and then triangle, pointy. You know what I'm saying? Them little girls. It happens just because I was a step coach.
Right.
Started, and next thing you know, guess what? Like, that's where for a long time I was very cautious of what I posted on social media because I knew that they were watching. And I'm nobody, is what I felt like. But they saw me on the radio station. Before I was even on the radio station, they still was already, Coach Mia, how you like my hair like this? Okay, well, can you help me style it? Coach Mia, what school do you think I should go to? I got accepted to go to I don't know, I dropped out. Ask your mom.
You were a role model to them, though.
Exactly, because the parents ain't there.
Right.
So if we as entertainers are the new parents, we need to pay attention to what we doing. We need to pay attention. And so that's why Drake felt mad embarrassed, because he's out here, like he said, bashing his own parents about what they put him through or what his come up was. And here he is getting a porn star. So he had a lot, you know what I'm saying, like explaining to do, and he needed to explain it to us before we call him fraud. He needed to, because we was about to be like, whoa, the blackface, and you a deadbeat. Oh, wait, okay. Push is just a hater. All right, next.
So for
but
you,
I'm very biased because I'm, VA. So I was, on Push's side. But at the same time, like, you won that battle, Pusha, but like now you're not even on the charts no more. So was it even worth it? Yes, it was, because for that time everybody was like, oh, Pusha T.
That's a pretty fair argument, I gotta say.
That was
man.
dope. I mean, it made
pretty
sense.
well thought out argument.
I think
shout out to him because
I think we knew Drake regardless. Like,
I still feel like Kanye sent him.
What you mean?
I still feel like he was acting as Kanye's pit bull, and really the beef was from Kanye.
it is.
Oh yeah.
Now when you listen to Drake's album, most of the shots,
and that's why I don't respect
Kanye.
it. Yeah. Because then when you seen Pusha doing his interviews, all he talked about was Drake and beef. What about your music, bro?
They planned the whole thing.
Yeah, but
Drake still came
even,
on the top.
Even if you didn't plan the whole thing, it looks so dumb when like you're over here like, you thought I really killed a baby. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done because VA gonna hate me after that one. But I mean, I don't care. Like, you gotta speak the facts on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not be cornball with it. Like, let's if you did it, hey, I needed some clout. I seen he riding a wave, so might as well get the nigga on top. Everybody admits when real haters admit like, hey, he was on top, gotta shoot him down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like how even they said that Nicki was trying to come at Kim. You know what I'm saying? She was on top. Gotta shoot him. Like, you go for the top. That makes sense. But don't try to make it seem like, oh, yeah, he called out my wife's name.
Yeah. Can I hear your Pusha T impersonation again?
Because that shit I really got a baby. Sorry. But that just didn't make no sense. Like, I mean, it just wasn't that hard. Like, anyway, wait till I drop my mixtape. So, no, I ain't dropping no mixtape. Because y'all take this music stuff way too... like personal, like
we do.
Like,
we do.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of, and we should.
We
should because we don't know where it's coming from. Like, what am I listening to? Who is this person that's on this hard beat right now? Like, like, how can I get to know them? How can I be like them?
I think we're just from a different cloth. So we hold our artists accountable. I
hold them accountable for what they say on the track and what they do off the track.
So like you said, it's your personal life. So as long as you're not.
Like, I don't like Rihanna.
Long as you're not out here raping people or fucking doing no dumb shit, like, I don't care. You got some
I'll
hiccups.
still listen to Fab, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like perfect
His
example.
bars knock my teeth out. So
good example.
That's a good example. So stuff like that.
Somebody put that up the other day, like, how y'all feel about that verse because he knocked somebody's teeth out. I'm like, I'm still listening to it.
Right.
Whatever. It went harder than Nicki's verse on Boot Up.
Same thing with Cardi B. She's dumb. She's ignorant. She's stupid. I mean, those
bars on hers. If they were hers, then it'd be cool.
But her music, just the music itself is just crazy. Drake's bars aren't his.
No.
Drake's bars aren't his.
Because now if you look at the charts, the only song that Cardi got up there is from her culture. That's that I Like It song. None of the rest of her album, Invasion of Privacy, do we care about. Because it won't nothing to care about.
So what
you went through the struggle of a pissy bed? Why you want a pissy bed and you was showing your body for money?
So
how you want a pissy bed showing your body for money?
So what's your
Where was your money going? To them red bottoms? Makes sense, sis.
So what's your definition of caring? So since it's off of the charts now.
What was you doing with it?
What do you mean?
Oh, no, I was just talking about the money.
Mia's got questions.
I do.
We need answers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you said...
Because it sounds really stupid if you talking about, I don't fuck a nigga if he don't got no money. Okay, if you was fucking a niggas with money, why did you say on your album you was sleeping on a pissy mattress?
Whoa.
I don't get it.
It might be a different time frame.
No.
Maybe when she was
Be
growing
specific.
up. When she was growing up.
Drake is specific. He was like, I was driving in the act and my uncle said I was acting like it was mine. Okay, yeah, I get that. I was doing the same thing with my mom's Benz the other day, okay?
Oh, shit. Mia.
This is great. I love this.
Awesome.
This is great.
But that's what, like, Drake is very transparent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Cardi was on that joint. I think she was transparent.
I think she was too. But somebody else wrote it for her. Somebody else wrote her transparency.
I don't think anyone's writing their own music at this point, if we're being all the way honest. So
yeah, true.
It is what it is.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
Including Drake.
Yeah.
Including Drake, right.
And Kanye.
Another reason why I can't just
Kanye wrote his shit because that album was trash. He definitely wrote that album. That trash album. Kanye.
Oh yeah, it was super.
The Ye album was great. He definitely wrote all that.
He's not even in the rankings.
He probably wrote Nas trash shit too.
He may have. I know he redid all those.
That disappointed me. Absolutely.
He loves it. He heralds it a classic.
I love the Nas album, but I think Nas
as a classic.
I agree with Joe Budden. Joe Budden said Nas probably woke up one day, heard the shit, had no idea it sounded like that. I think Kanye redid all the production and just layered his vocals on top of it.
Hey, bless.
That
Nas shit was trash, bro.
Nah, man. You're supposed to be a Nas
wasn't
fan,
trash,
Bless.
but it definitely wasn't a classic. Yeah.
It wasn't trash. I was listening to that shit in the shower this morning.
the album that put me on the Nas was Life Is Good. You know, because it was talking about the divorce with Khalees and da-da-da. That, you know, that was nice. Because that to me was his Scorpion.
I got you.
Well,
you
listen,
know?
at We Need a Podcast on Instagram, I'm going to have a Nas review up soon.
Yeah,
and I'm going to break it down for y'all. And bless, I'm going to tag you in that post.
We got an hour in, so before we go, just
wow.
let the people know where we can reach you.
Let the people know. You can reach me at keeping the people going at NeilLauray.com. Like, no, that's my email.
Ooh,
if y'all trying to book
got her own website and all that too.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's just the email though, you know, because that's what I'd rather you go through if you mean business. Now, if you mean bullshit, hit me up on the gram in the DM. All right, hit me up on the gram because I do a lot of bullshitting in the DMs.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is at Mia Lauray, MIALAURAY.
Word.
Okay. I'm Mia Lauray every day. Like, you know, sometimes you'll see me posting on my Snap stories on Instagram. Maybe I might post something on IGTV. That's the new thing,
That's
IGTV.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all get on IGTV because it's about to really blow. So if y'all are not, like, y'all got to stay hip on social media. Like, you know, even if you just choose one and be good at that one. Because, like, I'm on Twitter. I shouldn't have said that because I do a lot of shit talking on Twitter, too. The other day I tweeted, I can't wait to go back to LA because all the people in VA do is talk shit on Twitter, watch other people's lives on Insta, and get fat.
Damn.
I mean, but, like, because that's all I was saying. I'm like, dang, won't that same girl talking-ish, like, years ago on Twitter? And I just got back on Twitter only because my president's on Twitter, so I felt like I needed to keep up. And so, you know, I got up there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to follow that person and they still talking about the same. I mean, hey, like, what it is what it is. I don't scroll for real. I just post, and when I see something, I'm like, oh, damn. You know, and keep on going. Or sometimes it's like, hey, congratulations. Oh, new baby. Okay, nice. Get married. Okay, propose. All right, cool. All right, where's my guy? Fuck it. Let me go to the career. Where's the money? Where's the bag?
Hey, Mia, you got any upcoming events that you want to tell people about?
Upcoming events. Let's talk about that. Okay, so first off, tomorrow I'm going to be hosting a dance tomorrow that is June 7th. I'm hosting a dance competition show over in Hampton from the Diamond Royal Supreme dance squad. I'm going to be there from 1 to 6. That's over in Hampton. It's on my Instagram. And then on Sunday, that's a big one, right? I'm giving out $10 tickets that comes with a free plate of chicken and waffles. We're doing a day party from 3 to 7 o'clock at Taiku Bar and Grill. Make sure you come through. Hey. This joint is put together by 20-something and Creation Lords, okay? At Creation Lords and at 20-something. Make sure y'all check them out because they putting together this day party. It's about to be really lit. Tickets are $15 at the door, and then it's going to cost you another $10 to buy to buy a plate. So if you want to get your day party on and get a free chicken and waffles plate, make sure y'all come through on Sunday from 3 to 7. The link is in my bio. I got y'all. I'm going to hook y'all up. We're going to have a good time. I'm really, really honored to be sitting here with y'all and really release my story. This was really dope. I'm thank you for the invitation for real because I had a lot on my chest and I feel like I got it all out. I feel like I really was able to just vent it all out, express to y'all how I feel about the music, the trends, the networking. Make sure that you network. Make sure that you are doing something towards your brand every single day, even if that means deleting old posts off your Instagram that no longer cater to your brand. Clean it up. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You can do small stuff every single day because it takes one brick at a time to build the wall. You know what I'm saying? So let's and not a wall to keep people out, but to a wall for us to go forward. How about say a staircase? Because wall sounds so Trumpish. Okay, it sounds so MAGA when I say
45.
Yeah, when I say build a wall. Right. So let's not be MAGA. Let's say build stairs because we want to move up. Word. So
elevate.
Hey, that's his favorite track on the Scorpion Joint.
We Need a Podcast.
He loves Scorpion.
Thank you for coming up.
This has been Open Mic. Mia Lauray, thank you so much.
Sign it out.
Hey guys, we need a podcast.